Hi guys. Well, in the last video I told you guys this how to do and print this, okay? But now in the same program, instead of using two here, let's define something like you know what this is doing, right? We are just making a constant equal to some variable using the define preprocessor directive. I'll be talking about this later in more detail, so don't worry. But I told you up to this extent, right, in the previous tutorial, like in the previous tutorials. So, and we'll use the max here instead of using the integer. So I think this will do the same work as in the last program, and it will print the data present in the array. Okay, yeah, and this is how you'll do it in another way. And I think now let's talk about passing structure functions. Right? So now let's look at a structure, a simple structure. And now in the main, we want to pass a structure to a function. So now how you gonna pass it is, first of all, don't forget to write the prepost, I mean the function prototype. So after writing function prototype, all you have to do is call the function from the main, okay? And in the function prototype, let's give the function name as name itself, and the argument of the function will be should be of the type struct person 1, and then like something, give whatever you want to give, like details, okay? Now try to call this function here. For calling the function, first of all you have to create a variable here, var. Now if you want to call the function, you have to use name, wait, name of variable. This is how you call the function. And now in this, when the function started, just paste this, right? In this, let's try to print the details. Percent d percent c, use dollar percent d tab percent c. All right, now here if you want to access, to give details dot x and details dot y. Shouldn't give var dot x dot y, because here we are changing that variable var to details here in this function. So details will be local structure variable in this function. So now let's try to print it and see if it will work. Some problem is there. Alright, it's saying struct person 1 has no number named y. Alright, I gave capital Y here instead of giving small y. Hmm. Expected before the details. What? Expected bracket before the details. Why name of person 1? Alright, let me take a look at it and what it's doing. Alright guys, here I didn't use a comma first of all, and now let's try to print it. It worked fine. Well, here it gave the output as 0 because we didn't put any values. So let's give some values, and now let's check out if it will print the structure details. Alright, print it, and that's how we send the what structures. And don't forget that all you have to do is send the variables, just like how we do for a normal function. Write the function name and then write the argument here. Got it? And then but for when you're defining the function here, okay, you have to write the type. So I wrote the type as struct person1, and then I gave variable called details. Now the data present in this var will be stored in this details, and so I use details.x and details.y instead of using var.x and var.y, because the details is the local variable for this name function. So we have to use details dot. We can use var dot also, but there won't be any what difference if we use var. So I use details. Okay, and that's it for today's tutorial guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Okay, and don't forget to subscribe.